And welcome back. It's once again time for book club, and Conrad Stupp is back from the Springfield Greene County Library. Conrad, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you brought me 3 selections today.
I did.
So we're going to start with Sinkable.
Sinkable, yeah. So this just came out yesterday from Dudden Books.
Okay.
And so like everyone knows the story of the Titanic, but what's so cool about Sinkable to me is that it kind of tells the story of the Titanic after the sinking. So like, you know, eccentric people who are obsessed with it, like research expeditions, even sort of the ocean floor, and how that landscape sort of has affected the ship itself over the years. So it's more about like after the sinking, which is kind of different.
That is different. So for people that are like obsessed with the Titanic, because we have a lot of people that are, you know, big fans of the 5-hour-long movie and all these other things, what will they love most about this book?
I think what they would love most about Sinkable is that it does really delve into the pop culture aspect. So like, you know, film, books, and sort of just like that cultural knowledge. And so I think that's definitely one of the things that has made the story of the Titanic endure, is that it's like, it has all this mythos around it and like all of these stories that people get attached to. So the it's very pop culture.
Okay. Now, with the pop culture side of it, like what's something after reading it that may shock people that are familiar with the Titanic story?
I think sort of the story of the people themselves, right? So it doesn't so much focus on the people who died, but who survived, and sort of the complicated life around that, right? Like, so survivor's guilt, how they were viewed by the public. So if you're interested in human stories, which is what attracts me to history, then like it's some different takes on it than, say, the James Cameron film.
Okay, that's interesting though. That's good to know. That's good to know. Okay, so this second book you brought me is called Clown in a Cornfield 2. What do I need to know about this one?
Oh my God. So one, it is tons of fun.
Okay.
So it's maybe like the most fun I've had reading in a long time. So it's obviously a sequel.
Okay.
So the first book won a Bram Stoker Award, which is like a huge honor in the horror writing community. It's a 2022 Summer Scares pick, which is the HWA's like summer reading program.
Okay.
So lots of buzz around it, lots of anticipation for the sequel. But it is just a ton of fun, and of course involves a killer clown.
Yeah, I feel like our versions of fun might be different.
They might be, but they might be the same.
Okay.
You have to read the book to find out.
Okay, I guess who knows? Yes, is this why you wore a clown pen
That
today?
is exactly why I wore my clown pin.
I love that. I love that. Now, for people that are into the same kind of novels that you are, which kind of tends to be this thriller / horror, what's something that they will enjoy about this book?
Yeah, social commentary. Okay. So it is not subtle, but it is very smart, and I think that's part of what's so fun about it, is that like the cultural sort of implications in it, you can find those cultural implications in like the real world, as well as in this book. So I think there's some like cool meta stuff that it would be enjoyable.
Yeah, that's interesting. Now, obviously, like it was like a big thing a few years ago, which is this like kind of clown horror-based film.
Yes.
How would you like compare something like that to a book like this?
Yeah, well, so it's the main difference is that, so it is like a supernatural entity, and this is maybe someone who's not too happy about the way that the town in the book is going, and so they're dressing up as the town's mascot, Friendo, to enact this carnage.
Okay, very interesting. All right, the last book we have today is called The Last Unicorn. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so actually this is 100% my favorite story of all time.
Okay.
So some people might know it from the 1982 animated adaptation, but I first read the book when I was a teenager, and I read it every couple of years. And so this is the new edition from Ace Books, and I think what's really amazing about this is that it's the author's preferred text. So it's been out for like 50 years, over 50 years, and so there are new things to discover for people who have loved this story for, you know, decades.
Yes.
So that's kind of what's most exciting about it, but it's a beautiful, beautiful story.
I love that. All right, remind people where they can find the library online.
Of course, yeah, you can find it at thelibrary.org. You can search the catalog, place your holds, and come pick them up.
Best website out there. All right, Conrad, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, of course,
it's always a pleasure.
Thank you, yeah.
All right, well, up next on Ozarks Live, Rachel West is here along with the chef from Hotel Vandervoort. Find out what they're serving up when we return.